Hello, good morning friends. It's Dr. V. M. Tidke from Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Department of MBA. Welcomes you all. Today, let us continue our studies under unit number 3 of Decision Science, and in particular, we are going to see the various elements in decision theory. So, at the end of the session, every student will be able to understand the elements in decision theory. Friends, the various elements in decision making is decision maker, courses of action or strategies, states of nature or outcome, payoff and payoff table. So, let us continue to understand each one by one. Number one, decision maker. Decision maker is nothing but an individual or group of individuals who makes the decision. Friends, you particularly might be remembering the last video where I talked about decision theory. So decision theory is a mathematical approach whereby you judge the statistical manipulation with the data, and on the basis of several combinations you arrive at one alternative among us the various choices that you have. So in the decision making you require a decision maker. So in the business context, a decision maker is nothing but a manager of the company, marketing manager, finance manager, purchase manager. There could be your board of trust members, that is the chief executive officers or vice presidents of the company. In some other cases, they could be the heads of the departments and so on and so forth. Say for example, if you have to arrive at a advertisement program for your company, so there could be several number of choices by which advertisement could be done. So in order to arrive at one particular combination, you need to make a decision. So the one who is involved in the process of decision is nothing but the decision maker. Okay, moving further, the second thing that is under decision theory is courses of action or strategies. Friends, when you are going to make any decision, you will always have several number of choices and you need to select the one best among us that. So all those strategies or the choices that you have or the several number of options out of which you need to make the decision are nothing but the strategies or courses of action. Okay, so they are the various options available to the decision maker for solving the problem. Generally, these courses of action or strategies are denoted with the help of letters S1, S2, S3, etc. I'll give you a small example. Let us say there is a new company and who are in the process of launching a product. So the first and foremost sensitive decision that they will have to make is to arrive at a selling price, because it would directly have an impact onto sales level or demand of the product. So the owner of the company would be in the discussion of arriving at a selling price, having some choices in his mind. So let us say the strategy of keeping rupees 5 or rupees 6 or rupees 7 as a selling price for the newly launched product by the company are nothing but the various strategies or courses of action out of which a decision maker has to arrive at one particular choice. So they are nothing but the courses of action or the strategies. Can you give me another example? So for example, there is a company whereby a HR manager is about to select 3 people for the company, for which he has interviewed 15 candidates. So shortlisting of 3 candidates on the basis of performances, out of those 15 number of candidates, you will have a 15 number of different choices, and these choices are nothing but the courses of action or the strategies which are available to the HR manager of the company. So courses of action are nothing but the choices or the strategies which are available to the decision maker. Moving further, another element of decision theory is states of nature or outcomes. Friends, when you are going to make any decision, there are two sides. Making decision is in your hand, but there are many things which are not in your hand. They are external to the organization or they are environment factors. Say for example, demand of a product, then market competition, then government tax rates, then bank rates, then living standard of people, then environmental conditions. These are the things which are not in your hand, but altogether they are impacting onto the sales of your product. So all those factors which are not under the control of the decision maker but are having impact onto the decision making are the factors, we call it as a states of nature or the outcomes. Okay, so states of nature or outcomes are the events which indicate the occurrences which are not under the decision maker's control and which determine the level of success for a given strategy. Normally the states of nature are been denoted with the help of capital letters N1, N2, N3, etc. In our case, particularly when we were having the choices of making the decisions of keeping a selling price to be rupees 5 or 6 or 7, let us say the states of nature are the market demand of either 40 units or 50 units or 60 units. So how much demand market should produce is not in your hand. So the demand of 40 could be the possibility, demand of 50 could be the possibility, and demand of 60 could be the possibility. So they are nothing but the outcomes or states of nature which are denoted with the help of letters N1, N2 and N3. Okay, moving further, another element of decision theory is payoff. Payoff is simply the gain or loss associated with a particular combination of strategy and states of nature or outcome. For example, when you will be keeping the selling price to be 5 and if the market demand remains to be 40, what is the possible profit associated with your company is nothing but the payoff associated with strategy S1 and outcome N1. Or keeping the selling price to be rupees 6 when market demand was 40 units is nothing but a payoff associated with the strategy S2 having outcome N1. So there are several number of combinations of payoffs associated with a strategy and outcome. They could be S1 N1, S1 N2, S1 N3 or S2 N1, S2 N2, S2 N3 or S3 N1, S3 N2 or S3 N3. So if there are 3 strategies and 3 outcomes, then there are 9 possible combinations of strategy and outcomes. So they are the payoffs. Payoffs are simply the profits or losses associated if the decision maker applies strategy 1 having a outcome another. So that is a possible combination. So a payoff is a combination of courses of action, that is strategy, and a state of nature, that is outcome, which is associated with a payoff, which indicates the net gain or net loss to the decision maker for that particular combination. Okay, moving further, the next element is a payoff table. So payoff table is a set of payoffs for the given strategies along with all the states of nature that are mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. फ्रेंड्स, अभी हमने कहा था कि कंपनी है जिसके पास 3 चॉइसेस है, क्या वो अपने प्रोडक्ट का सेलिंग प्राइस 4 रुपए रखे या 5 रुपए रखे या 6 रुपए रखे. तो ये था उनका पॉसिबल स्ट्रेटजीज S1, S2 एंड S3. वेयर एज नेचर ऑफ आउटकम क्या था, मार्केट की डिमांड शायद 40 यूनिट्स हो, 50 यूनिट्स हो या फिर 60 यूनिट हो. सो देवर N1, N2 एंड N3. तो फिर आपका पे ऑफ क्या हुआ, अगर कंपनी सेलिंग प्राइस 4 रुपया रखती है और मार्केट का डिमांड अगर 40 यूनिट रहा तो कंपनी को फायदा या लॉस कितना होगा, वो जो अमाउंट है दैट इज अ पे ऑफ एसोसिएटेड विद स्ट्रेटजी S1 एंड आउटकम N1. Whereas there are 9 such combinations which will be developed. कौन से, S1 N1, S1 N2, S1 N3 and so on and so forth up to S3 N3. तो ये जो भी पे ऑफ है ना, अगर इसको हम एक टेबल के तहत लिखने की कोशिश करते हैं while writing the strategies along row side and outcomes along column side, तो जो भी टेबल बनता है उस टेबल को कहा जाता है पे ऑफ टेबल. ओके, अब ये जो पे ऑफ टेबल है, दिस पे ऑफ टेबल इज हैविंग द पे ऑफ्स व्हिच आर म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव एंड कलेक्टिवली एग्जॉस्टिव. म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव का मतलब क्या है, इसका मतलब है कोई भी चीज रिपीट नहीं हो रही है. ओके, एंड कलेक्टिवली एग्जॉस्टिव मतलब सब मिला के इकट्ठा होके सारे पॉसिबल कॉम्बिनेशन खत्म हो रहे हैं. सो देयर इज नथिंग व्हिच रिमेन्स आफ्टर द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ कंबाइनिंग ऑल ऑफ दिस पे ऑफ्स एसोसिएटेड विद अ पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रेटजी एंड आउटकम. तो ये है हमारा पे ऑफ टेबल. एक इसी तरीके का पे ऑफ टेबल आपको यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है। अगर आप देखेंगे तो यहाँ पे रो वाइज, रो किसे कहते हैं, हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइंस जो होती है उन्हें रो कहा जाता है और वर्टिकल लाइंस जो होती है उन्हें कॉलम कहा जाता है। तो रो वाइज आप देख सकते हैं स्ट्रेटेजीज है। मैंने पहले ही कहा था कि स्ट्रेटेजी को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं विद द वर्ड्स S1, S2, S3। तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं देयर आर स्ट्रेटेजीज लाइक S1, S2 अप टू SM एंड देयर आर आउटकम्स लाइक N1, N2, N3 जो कि कॉलम वाइज लिखे हुए हैं। ओके, और ये जो N1, N2, N3 है इनका ऑकरेंस होने का पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है, ये भी प्रोबेबिलिटी के तहत लिखा गया है विद द लेटर्स P1, P2, P3। ओके, सो N1, N2, N3 up to Nn are the states of nature and S1, S2, S3, Sm are the strategies whereby small p1, p2, p3 up to pn are nothing but the probabilities associated with a particular outcome। ओके, तो यहाँ पे आपको कुछ नंबर दिखाई दे रहे हैं जैसे x11, x12, x1n अप टू xmn, ये जो भी है ना ये पे ऑफ्स है। और ये जो पे ऑफ्स है ना ये पे ऑफ्स एसोसिएटेड है विद पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रेटेजी एंड पर्टिकुलर आउटकम। से फॉर एग्जांपल x11 is associated with if company applies a strategy 1 and if outcome is N1, then what is the possible net gain or loss to the company is represented with the letter called x11। Similarly, for other strategies and outcomes, you have represented the payoffs, and if you will togetherly write all of these things in a table, that table we call it as a payoff table। दोस्तों यहाँ पे याद रखना क्या जरूरी है, स्ट्रेटेजीज हमेशा रो वाइज होंगी और आउटकम हमेशा कॉलम वाइज होगा, इसको नहीं भूलना है, ठीक है। और स्ट्रेटेजी क्या होता है, स्ट्रेटेजी जो कि कंपनी के हाथ में है। जैसे हमारी केस में सेलिंग प्राइस क्या हम 4 रुपया रखे या 5 रुपया रखे या 6 रुपया रखे, इट इज इन अवर हैंड। वेयर बाय आउटकम क्या है ये आपके हाथ में नहीं है, ये मार्केट की रियलिटी है या फिर मार्केट का नेचर है। फॉर एग्जांपल मार्केट में 40 यूनिट की डिमांड रही, 50 यूनिट की डिमांड रही या फिर 60 यूनिट की डिमांड रही, ये चीज आपके हाथ में नहीं है, जिसको हम कॉलम वाइज लिखते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ N1, N2 एंड N3। ओके, तो ये था आपका सिंपल सा पे ऑफ टेबल एंड दीज आर द नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स व्हिच आर एसोसिएटेड इन द डिसीजन थ्योरी। तो आई होप आपको ये सारे के सारे एलिमेंट्स समझ में आए हैं। इफ यस, देन do a small exercise, list down the various elements associated in decision theory। Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions to be asked, you can contact me on the below mentioned details। Thank you for watching. Thank you.